Good morning, class. This phrase represents the foundation of our legacy. Resistance is never futile, it is necessary. Tomorrow, we will examine the casualties
Daniel
of this
sat
war.
quietly in the middle row, pretending to take notes. Her mind wasn't on the lesson, it was on Adrian.
May I have your attention?
Just then, beep. A sharp tone echoed through the classroom speakers. Every student looked up. The professor stopped writing. A calm voice filled the room. Daniel Nwosu, you are to report to the dean's office within the next 5 minutes. The classroom fell silent. Then the whispers began. The dean? He's finished. No one gets called to the dean's office unless they're in serious trouble. Some students looked at Daniel with pity. Others smirked. Elara slowly closed her notebook. Her heart beat faster. This must be about Adrian. She stood up, adjusted her uniform, and walked out of the classroom without saying a word. The long hallway leading to the administration building felt strangely quiet. Every step echoed against the polished floor. When Elara reached the dean's office, the door suddenly opened. Out walked Adrian. He was tall, handsome, and dressed in his immaculate university uniform. A smug smile spread across his face the moment he saw Daniel. So, I guess you're about to learn how things work around here. He brushed past her shoulder before walking away. Elara watched him leave. So, he was here first. She took a deep breath, then knocked. Come in. The dean's office was elegant. Bookshelves lined the walls. Expensive paintings hung behind a large mahogany desk. Sitting behind it was Dean Harrison. His cold eyes studied Elara from head to toe. Sit. His voice carried no warmth. Elara sat down politely. Thank you, sir. For several long seconds. The dean said nothing. He simply stared at her. Finally, he folded his hands. Daniel Nwosu, do you know how fortunate you are to be sitting in this university today? Elara frowned slightly. I worked very hard for my admission, sir. The dean let out a cold laugh. Worked hard? You were admitted through a scholarship. He leaned forward. Among all the students in this university, you come from one of the poorest families. Elara clenched her fists beneath the desk. My family's financial situation doesn't change the fact that I earned my place here. The dean's expression darkened. So now you're questioning me? No, sir. Then why did you ask to see me? The dean slammed his palm against the desk. Bang. You have become very disrespectful. His voice thundered through the office. Elara remained silent. The dean leaned back in his chair. Let me explain something to you. Do you know why Adrian is untouchable? Elara said nothing. Because his father is one of the biggest sponsors of this university. He donates millions every year. The scholarships that students like you enjoy, he pointed directly at her, exist because of families like his. The words struck Elara like a slap. The dean continued. So tell me, what possessed you to attack Adrian? Elara lifted her chin. Did you ask what Adrian did to me first? The dean waved the question away. I don't care. No matter what happened, you had no right to humiliate him. He narrowed his eyes. Do you want to be expelled? Those words made Elara's heart skip a beat. Expelled? No, that couldn't happen. Daniel had sacrificed everything for this opportunity. He had studied day and night to earn the scholarship. She had promised him she would protect his future. She couldn't destroy everything he had worked for. The dean noticed the fear in her eyes. A faint smile crossed his face. Good. Now you're beginning to understand. He stood and walked around his desk. Stopping beside her, he spoke quietly. From today onward, if Adrian insults you, ignore him. If he humiliates you, endure it. If he hits you, keep your head down. Because if I hear one more complaint against you, You won't leave this office as a student. Silence filled the room. Elara lowered her eyes. I understand, sir. Good. You may leave. Elara stepped out of the office. The door closed behind her. She stood alone in the hallway, her hands trembling. Not from fear, from anger. She looked out through the tall window overlooking the campus. So, this is how this school works. The rich make the rules, and the poor are expected to suffer. A slow smile appeared on her face. Fine. You want me to stop fighting Adrian openly? She adjusted her backpack. I will. Her sapphire blue eyes sparkled with determination. But I'll destroy him in a way no one will see coming.
Just then, a familiar voice echoed down the hallway. Daniel! Elara turned slowly. Adrian was leaning against the wall with that same arrogant smile. So, did the dean put you back in your place? Elara smiled, a calm, dangerous smile. No. He just gave me the perfect reason to destroy you. Adrian's smile faded. For the first time, he wasn't looking at the timid Daniel he used to bully. He was looking at an enemy. To be continued. Like, comment, and subscribe to see what happens in Part 4.